Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Wow. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Do we have enough chairs?
I think we need some more chairs.
There's a lot of people that think I'm old.
I was gonna put it down for now, like, this is weird if I do it. Yeah, I think, they were.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I think it's locked.
Oops. Thank everybody for coming. Thank you. Is this thing working? Yeah, you can hear. Any public comment on the agenda items? You can't hear me back there? Oh boy, I thought this was the next best thing.
Good, isn't that?
Public comment on the agenda items. Not working? Can we get that other?
You gotta attach it to your beard. Oh, sorry.
That will not happen.
There, do you want to just use this?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Alright. Sorry about that. I tried, guys. I thought it was a better situation, but obviously it's not. So the December 18 minutes, I wasn't here, so I'm gonna let you.
I move that we approve the minutes from the December 18 meeting.
I'll second.
Aye.
Abstain. I wasn't here. I guess we should wait.
I move, oh, yeah. I guess we should wait for our recording secretary to get back.
Sorry. Is it even working?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
Well, you have to get right on top of it.
Oh, boy.
You have to have theater training.
All right, either way. The January reorganization minutes, I make a motion to approve them with a modification to page, it would be 3. Where I made the motion for the discussion of grant writer position, it should say, I move to acknowledge and discuss the reappointment of grant writer at a recommended rate of $10,000 a year and take no action at this time. And I believe you seconded.
I seconded that, yes.
So I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes with that amendment.
Second,
All, discussion? All in favor?
aye.
You got that right, Nicole?
Yep.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm a little flustered from chairs and stuff like that. Next up is the bills. December 24th, no bills. Do I make a motion for each one? Or all of them?
You can read
Usually
them.
just read the dates, right?
Yeah, read the amounts.
All right, December 31st, general, 31,846.80. Fire, 430.76. Park and Rec, $85. Open space, 170. January 7th, 2026, general, 18,706.98. LST, 744.74. Park and Rec, 172.45. State, 467.19. Library, 901.81. Ambulance, 329. Do I have a motion?
I move that we pay the bills.
Second?
Aye.
Aye. So, reports, payroll. Payroll for January 6, 2026, gross wages, $32,373.96. State and tax liability, $993.86. Federal tax liability, $2,096.38. Net wages, $26,551. Make a motion to accept payroll.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next up is you, Darrell.
Road report. So I met with the road crew and Jim says it was their busiest December ever he can remember, so. But it made for a white Christmas, so that was nice. They prepared all the equipment for snow plowing. They plowed and cindered 15 times. And they put out 1.127 tons of mixed material for the month of December. Of course, after they do that, they've got to wash all the equipment. They did work here at Bark. They did anti-rust work on the trucks. They did brake work on 2 of the vehicles. They installed new heater. They did shoulder work in between snow plowing. And they cleaned up trees from wind damage, from all that wind that we had. And so I appreciate the effort they put into keeping the road safe. That's the road report. I make a motion that we accept the road report.
I'll second.
Speaking of roads, I'm not sure if it was our road crew that put the convex sign up, convex mirror up at the bottom of Spruce Cabin 447.
Yes.
That disappeared. So thank them for that, if that was them.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next up, treasurer's report. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped over permits. Permits, building permits, 8, zoning permits, 5, septic permits, 0. Make a motion to accept the permit report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Treasurer's report, general fund, $212,299.05, state fund, $29,154.39, fire fund, $107,461.25, LST, $33,012.83, ambulance fund, $1.09, library fund, $1.20, road machinery fund, $25,165.84, open space fund, $45,277.43. Park and Rec fund, $23,883. FK capital purchase loan, $503,768 is the balance. Make a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Control Center overdose report. Do I just read this year? So we had 40,
Might be able to do last year's year-to-date since it was.
yep, so I'll do the year-to-date. I think it's 2024 and 2025. So year-to-date in 2025 was 564, and compared to 2024 was 576.
I think
I don't
that's
know
the
that's the
entire
report.
county. That's the entire county, not
Yes,
Barrett Township.
that's the entire county. That's
Yeah.
the total, for sure.
Yeah, that would be.
Barrett Township 2024 was 46, and current year 2025, or past year, is 45. Make a motion to accept Monroe County Control Center overdose report.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
EMS dispatch. Am I missing one?
That's nice.
Got it. Barrett Township Volunteer Fire Department Incident Report for December of 2025. Do I do total calls?
Yeah, for 2025.
So this one that you just read is the EMS report.
Right, that's the
That's-
one
That
right
wasn't the
there.
control, that wasn't the overdose report.
So where's the overdose?
I don't know. Did you get a copy of the overdose report?
Yeah, it's in there.
That's the
Yeah,
overdose
that's-
report. I'm like,
Found
the
it.
same.
Okay.
All right, backing up. "2025 monthly call statistics of overdoses. Year-to-date total is 6 in Barrett Township. Do I have a motion to
That's
accept
not
that?
Much better.
Yeah, for sure. We did the EMS report, but I did the motion wrong on that, right?
Right, which is that number?
You need to vote on that. You have a motion, you need a second.
Yep. Do I have a motion for the overdose statistics?
Did you do that, Darrell?
Yeah, motion.
I'll
I
second.
move.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So I'll do the EMS report this time. Current year, 2025 was last year, so Barrett Township was 45, total 564. Compared to last year, 2024 is 46, so 576. Do I have a motion to accept the EMS report?
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So now we're on to the fire department. So fires, we had 38, rescue and emergency services, we have 73, hazardous conditions, 15, service calls, 7, good intent calls, 6, false alarm and false call, 71, severe weather and natural disaster, 5, special incident report, 5, a total of 220 calls in 2025. Do I have a motion to accept?
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So the Boy Scout lease, I believe that's finished up, correct?
Yes.
So just a motion to approve it. I'll make a motion to approve the Boy Scout lease. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So next up is the solicitor fee proposal. Do I read all of it? No.
Yeah, I mean, those are the same terms that you approved at
Correct,
reorganization.
yeah, definitely. So it's Todd's fees that we approved at reorganization, total $1,320 for the year, monthly installments $1,100, and billable hours at $205 an hour. Do I have a motion?
Make
So
a mo-
moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next is confirm a polling place. So May 19th, 2026 is the general primary. November 3rd of 2026 is the general election here at Bark. I make a motion to approve the voter registrations of election dates and that it's here. Do I have
Aye,
a second?
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Got out of organization. So the office computers, I'm gonna let you take this over, Pam. So we're having some
I think you
issues.
skipped something.
Riley and.
Riley and Company?
You're right, I did. I'm a little out of order, sorry, guys. I make a motion to accept Riley and Company's engagement letter. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Your turn.
So next is purchasing updated office computers. Our office computers currently are not compatible with the new Windows software. And we've had some issues with computers shutting down. So this is some pricing we received from our, do you have the other one?
Yeah.
Our IT company recommended the computers for us and gave us a price.
Maybe I don't have that one. I put it away with the other one.
Well, we priced it out ourselves and it's about half. So the total cost for 3 computers plus the for 2-year protection plan would be $2441.97. So I'd
But
like
I
to make
will say, Janine's is shutting off on her randomly through the day. Nicole says hers slows down throughout the day, so they're definitely outdated equipment.
So I'll make a motion to purchase 3 computers for the office. $2441.97 is the total.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Next up is discussion on cleanup dates. So this is 2026 township cleanup dates. Proposed is May 2nd, June 6th, June 11th, August 1st, and September 12th.
You said
Yes.
June twice.
Yeah, did you mean July 11th?
June, July, yeah, sorry, I'm a little off. But I have some discussion on that. So I think, do you want me to
Sir?
take his comment in the middle of it? I was gonna say
Oh,
my
go ahead.
discussion
Go
first.
ahead. I didn't know if you saw something.
I did. Is it on the cleanup?
Yes.
I have to buy these back there.
After you.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
we were provided some numbers on costs and income and stuff like that. And originally, in my mind, I wanted to go back to 2 cleanup days, fall and spring. But after doing some numbers, I think that 3 would be acceptable in mind. I think 5's a little bit overkill. You got any thoughts?
So we did have 7 last year, cut it down to 5. I do hear at every single cleanup how wonderful it is to have it every month because it's hard for people to get their stuff together. I think, did I see Jim come in here?
Yeah. Jim's back there.
Okay. Jim, the feedback that you receive at cleanup, can you share that?
Sure, what?
The feedback you receive about having cleanups monthly.
Oh, it's kind of always hit and miss. You know, you can be swamped, it could be slow.
So it going down, he recommends going down to 3. What do you think about that?
We would have to order more containers for them days
Mhm.
if we did that.
But you think it would be doable?
Yeah,
Okay. What do you think, Daryl?
Yeah, I've only ever taken stuff to cleanup day once.
Right.
So, three seems reasonable to me.
I would like to request, if possible, that all these cleanup days are on Saturdays,
Mm-hmm.
to perhaps have one, at least one a year, that's not on a Saturday. You have people in town that are Sabbath observers, and they cannot come on Saturday.
So what day are you recommending? Any day but Saturday?
Well, would it be possible to do a Friday until sundown? So a Friday, Saturday, if we're doing it Saturday anyway, could we offer it
Friday, the
Friday,
day
Saturday?
before? When do they normally set up for it?
Jim, do they bring the dumpsters on Friday or Thursday?
a few days in advance, sometimes the day before, you don't know.
So maybe if we propose the one in the middle to open on Friday, would that work?
Yes, it would be very helpful.
But what time does the road crew leave though?
3,
3? So maybe after lunch to 3,
12 to 3.
12 to 3 on a Friday?
Well, I mean,
I,
we should ask Jim.
I feel bad keep putting Jim on the spot. He's never gonna come here again.
But I don't want to commit his guys without asking him.
Right, for sure, but they're already there Friday, and if the containers are there, I think that that's a fair request. So maybe, whatever ones we're thinking of keeping, I ran some numbers and even at 5, or even what we did last year, it's pretty taxing on the budget, when you consider, and I know you did, regular rate, but it didn't consider benefits and stuff like that. So if you do it at time and a half, you add in benefits, you almost double your proposed rate. So I think I would approve the May 2nd, and the September 12th, and then either the June or July, and actually opening from lunchtime the Friday before, like the 5th or the 10th, till 3 o'clock when the guys left, and leave that open for anybody that can't make it on Saturday. What do you
I
guys
would
think?
second that. If you make that as a motion, I would second
Can
that.
we pick on the June or July? Like which one?
Oh, yeah, we have to pick a June or July.
I think June would kind of put it in the middle, right?
Well, so you're doing May, you said May and September?
Yes.
July would be right in the middle, but.
Okay. So I make a motion that we do it'd be 4 cleanup days, May 2nd, July 10th from after lunch, 12:30 till 3 o'clock on the July 10th, and July 11th, the normal hours, and September 12th, 2026. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Mark? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Grant.
I've always noticed there's a fee associated with this.
Yes.
As part of cleaning up Barrett, I feel like it would really behoove us if the lower income had more accessibility to use something like this. It might be worth the board reaching out to perhaps Bedco, who is trying to clean up town as well, and maybe they would want to foot the bill for one of these things and make it open.
So I will say,
They did say
yeah,
that.
Michael Allegretti did mention something like that to me, and I think they talked about taking it one step further with actually maybe contracting with Palmisano. You get on a list and they'll pick up. But it's been mentioned, it's been talked about. I don't want to talk on their behalf, whether it's happening or not, but we definitely talked about that. So the fees, I feel, are very reasonable. Box van U-Haul 68 for $60. Anything enclosed over 10 feet is $150. Car loads $10.
I guess my point is, the people that have excess garbage, possibly part of the reason is they don't have money to be able to dispose of it.
Understood.
So if we make it possible for them to dispose of it, it might, like I said, it might just be worth reaching out to Bedco again and seeing if maybe they want to pick up a month.
Will do. Thanks, Mark. So that's cleanup days. Rotary events proposed at Bark. So we got a memo from Peter Pepolo, and he attached their proposed events for 2026. June 6th, they're proposing a car show. June 30th, they're proposing concert in the park. March 15th, a clothing swap that they're requesting this room here. October 2026 is Scarecrowville. They're bringing that back. I guess the past few years we haven't done that. October 18th, the Halloween parade. December 4th, the Christmas tree lighting. So they're requesting use of the Bark property for those days. The car show, they thought about the concert in the park field if it's dry, and the back lot if it's not. The clothing swap here in this room, the Halloween parade staging like normal, and the Christmas tree lighting at the tree. I make a motion that we, yeah, I was gonna make it in between, but go ahead.
Before you make the motion, because the car show on 6/6, that is currently the rain date for the Polish school's end of year events, and they do the same thing as far as outside, if it's wet or,
Understood.
so they may want to redo that date. And then Scarecrowville, Janine asked where in Bark it would take place because there is something booked that day.
So Scarecrowville will be nothing in Bark. It's the traditional, they put their signs up, they do the Halloween decorating contest and stuff like that. So it's not necessarily using
That's why I wasn't
Bark.
sure what it said Bark.
Yeah, and I confirmed that with Peter, and he said actually nothing with Bark, and it probably should have been slid over. I don't know if he logged in or wanted to comment. I guess not.
They're usually at everybody's house.
Yeah, it was listed
Yeah,
as Bark.
that's
why we
what
just
it
wanted to
is.
make
Yeah,
sure.
he put it
Yeah.
on the Bark events. It was more just bringing it back.
Well, I was one.
If you need me.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to follow up with anything that I said or explain it better?
No, I think you were pretty right on, except for Scarecrowville, that's just all throughout Barrett Township, that's not at Bark. I know it was probably highlighted in red, but that's incorrect, it's all throughout Barrett Township.
So how about the June 6th date being the rain out date for the Polish school's year-end event?
Well, that's what we're here for, to see about whether the facility is available and we can use it. So if you're saying June 6th, it's already, set with the Polish school. I know we had a rain date of 7, we just need to go back to our calendar and come back with you for another date, because we do need to have a rain date also.
So we'd be good with that?
Saturday and May, 6th to Saturday, 7th to Sunday, so we're gonna have to look at another Saturday and Sunday, so we have a back-to-back rain date from the original thing.
Okay, so if we make a motion with everything but the car show, you could come back with that?
That's good.
Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah?
I make a motion to approve the 2026 park event schedules for the Rotary Club of the Pocono Mountain with the exception of everything except for the car show.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No, wait a minute, Nicole.
Nicole?
Yeah, I just got a text from Nicole Abrams. For some reason, she couldn't raise her hand on Zoom, but she wondered that was the Rotary paying rent for the car show or clothing event?
Are they paying rent? I would advise that we didn't charge them rent. So that's only my opinion.
I think we need to discuss how we, because Boy Scouts I know don't pay rent for things.
We can't hear you.
The Boy Scouts currently don't pay rent for utilizing, the gym sometimes, this room sometimes, obviously they have their own room. Rotary doesn't pay when the Halloween parade or the concert in the park, yet we were gonna charge Bedco, so I think we have to have a consistent theme throughout.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree, and I did at the time disagree with charging Bedco, although Carl stepped up and said, we'll pay. And I think that was to take it off his back, but I think nonprofits, to set a precedence that we're gonna charge nonprofits to me is very, very silly. Again, maybe we need to get our fee schedule set, and I think that that's something we've been discussing. So at this time, I propose that we do not charge Rotary for those events, for the space. And if we did charge Bedco, again, I think nonprofits should have a special exclusion. Yes, Carol?
I think you should have a regular schedule. Everyone has the same.
You mean a fee schedule?
Yeah.
So everybody pays the same, even Rotary, the Boy Scouts. Okay,
If you're gonna charge somebody, you should charge somebody.
thank you. I appreciate your comment.
And I agree that I think that especially if an organization is doing a fundraising event and using, that a nominal fee wouldn't be asking too much.
Yeah, and I would agree with that if they didn't give 100% of their funds back to the community. So knowing the backstory of Rotary and being a member in the past, I guess I do have a special, part in my heart. And we know everything that they do is above and beyond, and they give back every single thing to the point where Rotary members pay a membership to be a part of Rotary. So not only are they donating their most valuable thing, their time, they're also paying to be a part of it. So if we want to start charging nonprofits that we think are making money, I guess we look at their financial statements. I don't know where to go.
I just a nominal fee. I wasn't saying I
Understood.
would charge them.
So I think we got to get
use.
I think we got to get our fee schedule set, and then
Yeah.
we'll adopt that, and then it's not a judgment call, and we'll go from there. Nicole?
Peter Pippola did have his hand raised on Zoom. Peter, would you still like to have a comment?
Just a small comment on there. I think that the nonprofits, I'll repeat what Grant said. I mean, they give their time, effort, and we're constantly fundraising, and all that fundraising is going back into Barrett Township. A small fee, that might be something. I mean, not all nonprofits would even be able to handle that fee, like the Boy Scouts. The Scout troop, they don't have a lot, I know, in their funds to be able to start paying fees. Our hope was that what that building was for, that community building was for these nonprofits. And, maybe it should be restricted Barrett Township nonprofits, because then you have a nonprofit coming from Stroudsburg to use the building. That may not be going back to Barrett, but our proceeds go directly back into this community.
Yeah, and I've said this to you in the past. I thank you for all the work that you do for the township and the residents here in the township.
Well, there should be some kind of schedule or something.
That's what we're working on, Carol, definitely. So a fee schedule's, been in the works for a little bit, and we're hoping to get it completed soon, and then we'll have clear policies on.
Because if you're giving one price to one
Understood.
person, one price.
Definitely, we
you're
have to
gonna
be
end up with
consistent.
problems.
Was there another comment?
Yeah. Christine Esposito has her hand raised on Zoom. Christine?
Hi, thank you, Nicole. I agree with Peter about the, the Barrett nonprofits. I was gonna comment before he did make his comment. I'm pretty sure he's already have a fee schedule for the nonprofit using the room, correct, Pam?
We have a pricing, We have a pricing
I'm not arguing, I thought the price was great, what I paid last year and for what I got, so I have, as a nonprofit that held a fundraiser, I thought it was perfect. But yeah, like Grant was saying, and Billy about charging the ones that are giving back to Barrett, it's a local, because otherwise you will have nonprofits from all over, you'll have the Stroudsburg, you'll have other ones coming thinking they don't have to pay as well. That was really all I was gonna say, was I thought he's had the fee schedule set already.
we have a fee schedule that we utilize for this building. We have one that's for, zoning permits, well permits. We need something that encompasses, one entire fee schedule that encompasses everything, even outdoor spaces. And we started working on that a little bit last year, but we really have to put it all together and have a complete fee schedule adopted soon.
Okay, yeah, I guess I was just confused then, because when I came over and registered, when I used the room, I had thought that was like that was a nonprofit price, and then what you were charging up would have been nonprofit people. I understand completely, if we're gonna keep that building for the community, which I think is a great thing to have there, and the staff was great. Our staff really goes above and beyond helping people that are utilizing the building. So I do wanna give them recognition. But yeah, I think it's a good thing to have for the community, and, definitely it could be a source of revenue coming in. Because I think if other people know from outside there's a facility available of that caliber, I think it can really be used well. So, thank you.
Thank you, Christine. Next up, Pocono Mountain East Little League. If you don't mind, that would be great. Yeah, excellent, thank you.
Test.
No, there's a switch on top of it if you, thank you.
Hello,
Hello.
I'm gonna be loud, so if you're sleeping, wake up. Hello, my name is Darren Leonard, resident of Pocono Township in Henryville. I represent, as president, Pocono Mountain East Little League, which consists of players from Jackson Township, Pocono Township, Barrett Township, Paradise Township, and a small part, I think, in the Mount Pocono Borough, actually. So just to give you some numbers, just to what we're talking about here, Little League is ages 4 to 16, both baseball and softball. 2025, we had 286 participants, and by the way, this is just spring, so we have a spring program and a fall program. Fall program's always a little less, baseball being a spring sport. 286 people in the spring, 54 of those were from, I presume, Barrett Township. That would include registered addresses in Mountain Home, Cresco, Mountain Home, Cresco, Canadensis, and Buck Hill Falls, right? Okay, so 54 of them were from Barrett in 2025, so roughly 20%. And our numbers were higher in 24, 23, 22, so were Barrett participants. So it's been as high as 24% from Barrett. Right now it's about 20%. So anyway, this is our off season, right? We're not on fields playing baseball or anything yet, but we are using gym space at Pocono Mountain East Junior High School on Saturdays and Sundays. We invite all of the players to come out, both baseball and softball, and we have designated time slots for them. The school has many different activities going on, many different sports. They limit us to one specific gym. I don't think they want baseballs or softballs thrown all around different gyms, because these are youth, right? They can throw it, but it doesn't always go where they throw it, and they don't always catch it. But anyway, we have a list of coaches here that are willing to do some pitching and catching clinics, right? For those players who have experience or want experience. And so one of our players' parents said that this facility exists and there was a gym here, and maybe we could leverage that 1 or 2 days a week in the evenings. So I don't know what the availability is of I think you all call the auxiliary gym here too. What that availability is, maybe like on a Monday evening, 6 to 8 p.m., or another day during the week, roughly the same time, 6 to 8 p.m., where we would have coaches and players from the league doing some pitching and catching instruction.
Sounds great.
Yeah, definitely. I don't really know the gym schedule. That would be more,
Yeah, we'd have to look on the calendar, because we saw the email with asking for dates, but we weren't sure which days, so we'll check that out.
Okay.
And we can get back to you on that.
And interesting timing here, I'm here to ask as a nonprofit, to use facilities and the fee schedule. The high school does not charge us, just FYI, I know they do have a fee schedule.
right,
Nonprofits, I don't think there's any cost. Residents, I think there may be a cost if it's a private organization. They may even entertain outside organizations, and then of course that's a different fee schedule. But yeah, would love to, have an opportunity to use the gym. It is far away, right? Full transparency from most or a lot of our residents. However, we have commitment from coaches who want to come, and so we want to give, all the players as much opportunity as we can.
is there any chance you could send us an email with proposed dates, times, amount of kids, and amount of coach supervision, just out of curiosity, so we know what we're getting into?
Yeah, right now we don't have, just another comment too, we don't have Barrett Township listed on our insurance, but I could easily add that. There's a cost for us, but no problem, I could take care of that and provide you with a certificate. As far as coaches, it would be up to a handful. I mean, it could be as little as 2, could be as many as 5 or 6. Players, we wouldn't ask for signups. We would just advertise that, we're having these extra, days, just like the clinics. We don't request that they sign up. The only request we do have of players is that they're registered for the spring season.
Right.
So I couldn't give you an estimate. I could tell you in the higher divisions, for baseball, we've had like 40 kids, between 2 different groups on a weekend.
Okay.
Softball's lower. That's maybe only like 15 or so. And not all those are going to pitch and catch, right? So those numbers would probably even go down lower. But yes, I'll email you.
Me, and I could share it to the Board of Supervisors, or I'll share all the emails to you. But yeah, some sort of schedule and times of what you're requesting.
Okay.
And I think we have a workshop next, so we could talk through it then.
All right. Yeah, we're ready to start whenever. The time, it would just be, our spring season will start, call it April 1st, right? So we're looking just for this time. If we could start in February, it'd be February and March.
Excellent.
One other, though, maybe ask, and if it works out, we don't know what the weather's going to be here in April 1st, how the fields are going to be. It could snow, it could rain, we don't know, right? So we've always had this concept that we can start the season, but indoors. At the high school, we only have one gym. We can't get all the teams in there, right?
Yeah.
So if we could leverage this space for maybe that first or second week of April, if needed, that would be a secondary ask.
Excellent. I'd say send that email. We'll talk about it in the workshop and follow up and try to have you an answer soon.
You're talking about some sort of a league-wide where everybody comes together to have this as opening day. I mean, you're not going to be swinging bats in there.
No, we would have, that ask would be for indoor practices. So let's say if we had 20 teams, right? We would offer each team maybe an hour time slot in the evening to go and just start talking and planning, right, about the season before they actually get onto the field. Yeah, because the season's actually very short. Starts April 1st and maybe goes to the middle of June. Or some areas of the country, they play all year long.
Understood.
So yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate the.
All right, thanks for
Thank
coming
you,
in.
I appreciate it. Any other comments on that? Thank you.
Nice that Barrett has been included. Barrett
Excellent.
has had to run to Tannersville for years.
Thank you, Carol. Correspondence, we have a irrevocable standby letter of credit for Best Way. Do I have to make a motion to accept
No.
that?
It's just an FYI.
Just an FYI. Non-agenda business, certificate of insurance for Ace Electric. Oh boy, Bologna's Electric, JG Contracting Company, Allen Kuntzman Roofing and Siding, C&D Contractor and Sons, Inc., MSG and Associates. Public comments?
Are
Mark.
there problems?
Is general comment section time?
Yes, sir.
I would just like to encourage the board to maybe draft a letter reaching out to PennDOT to start applying some pressure to resurface every state road within the township.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Yes,
I'd
sir.
like to thank whoever is involved in putting the mirror up on the 447 by Evergreen Lane.
Great crew. Thank you.
Yeah,
guys.
thank you, Jim.
Any more public comments? Yes.
There's two public comments. First one is Krista.
Krista?
Hi there. I wanted to see if there's a big pothole right at the beginning of Monadnock, and it does get filled annually, but with the plows and stuff, it gets blown out pretty quickly. And I know even if you fill it now in the cold, it'll still get blown out, but it just seems that if it stays empty, it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I know we're kind of like chasing it in this temperature, but it's only getting worse with it being empty and being hit with tires. Because if there's two cars going down the road at the same time, there's no way for each car to avoid it. Both cars hit it. It's that big. So I'm hoping that could get put on the list to be addressed. And then I did want to, not to drudge up things that are negative, but, I've been noticing, that Carl has missed a couple of meetings. I know he's a snowbird. But I also see him participating online and, kind of see that he's still receiving quite the lashing. And I just want to say, I understand where people are coming from. But in Carl's defense, I just don't think that the punishment fits the crime. I think that it's time to forgive whatever you feel about him right now, and maybe let him start fresh, because I think the frustration started with this Bedco thing, and especially when those emails from the Right to Know were released to the public, people were rightfully upset. But I think that the finger pointing at Carl is maybe pointed at the wrong person. I think that Carl was acting, from what I know about him, and I've talked to him a few times prior to that happening, and witnessed what he's done for the community, and I really feel like him and his wife and their hearts are in the right place, and I don't think that Carl would have overstepped of his authority in the way that he did if it wasn't allowed and permitted by the board that was in place at the time. And nobody from the board has really come to Carl's defense in a public way. And I just feel like I needed to say something today, because he's still really receiving a lashing for that online. And had he been given any amount of restraint from the board, or told to just, hey, go about this differently, or we have to follow the correct procedure, I have no doubt in my mind that Carl would have done that. And that he only continued to do it in the manner that he did it, not out of malice, out of convenience, and it was permitted. So although people should be rightfully upset by what happened, I think that, the public whipping of Carl Weiler has to kind of calm down. It's just, I think it's gone on long enough, and I just hope that we can find it in our hearts to move forward. I think that we have, soon to be we do have a new board, but we have one more member still yet to be appointed, and 2026 is a fresh start, I think, for a lot of people, and there's just so much engagement, and there's so many good things to look forward to in this community. And I hope that we can forgive Carl for maybe overstepping, and understand that he has just done so much good for this community, and it does come from a good place. I don't think it comes from a selfish place.
Thank you,
That's all I have to
Chris.
say.
Thank you, I appreciate
Yeah,
the
thank you,
positive
Chris.
comment. Do we have another comment?
Yes, Sally?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I have two things, and one is, the policy on public participation and comment, and that's to piggyback on what Krista just said. The attendees from the public have got to, well, I'm asking that, I'm not dictating it, but it's in here in the policy. They have to treat the board members with respect. And just as people have lashed out at Carl online, they have also lashed out at one of our supervisors online, which was totally uncalled for. And even at last month's meeting, somebody, not literally, but figuratively pointed the finger at that person, saying that she didn't comment at the auditors meeting. And the supervisors were not required to attend that meeting, but I'm asking that our meetings be more civil, because nothing is ever accomplished by shouting and screaming and pointing the fingers, and there's no left and right, it's issues. And not, on the left, you don't necessarily disagree with the right, it's the issue you disagree with. So let's not hate the people, let's hate the issues if you must, okay?
Thank you, Sally.
So the other, pardon me?
I said thank you.
Okay, the other thing that I wanted to mention is, I know that we have already adopted the ordinance on the data centers. But yesterday and today on the news, it has come out, and I'm hoping, we'll first answer this question. Are we able to amend that ordinance?
Yes, we can amend
Okay.
any ordinance.
Okay, because today on the news, and some of you may have heard this as well, Microsoft came out announcing that they will pay for the electricity and replenishing the water used by their AI data centers. And I think, in fact, Microsoft's commitment is paying utility rates high enough to cover the full electricity cost of its data centers and funding the necessary grid updates, ensuring that those costs are not passed on to local residents, and minimizing the water use and pledging to replenish more water than their data centers use. So I'm proposing that ordinance be amended to include those two things, that whatever multi-billion corporation would like to put a data center in Barrett Township, that they have to abide by both of those regulations with regard to the electricity and the water usage.
Thank you, Sally, I appreciate it. Mark?
Thank you.
In response to your first point there,
Mark?
Mark Fisher, can you hear me, right?
Yeah, but are we debating back and forth or is it public comment?
It's public comment. It's people should watch what they say when they are guilty of it themselves.
Yes.
I simply asked for somebody's name last week, and I was rudely replied with, her name is Mark Fisher.
I understand, I was there for that.
Okay.
I appreciate your comment, thank you.
Through the air.
Any more public comment?
Mark?
Just out of curiosity, where do we sit on filling the rest of the board?
So I think next week's a workshop. The following week would be a supervisors meeting, and that would be at our deadline for filling that position.
The same question would go for the building inspector.
We're pretty far into the interview process, and same thing. I think at that meeting, we should have a pretty good idea. Probably talk about it in a workshop to discuss it.
Nicole Pressman has a comment on Zoom.
Nicole?
Nicole Pressman, Birch Drive in Presto. I'm actually just have a question for the board. I've come across and acquired the employee handbook for BARC, and I was wondering if the board can clarify who created this handbook.
So, go.
Well, It was drafted by Kelly Slinger. She was the supervisor oversight for the office.
So actually, the handbook was, we started with a template from another township years ago. The board at that time went through it, had some changes, Deb Huffman worked on it as solicitor. It kind of sat for years and years, came back to the following board. Kelly and I both made changes, and then Kelly formatted the whole thing. So that's how that came about.
Thank you. Any more public comment? I'm gonna make a motion that we adjourn for executive session.
Second?
All in favor? For, I'm actually, personnel?
And for litigation purposes.
What case, Barrett, Hive to Harvest
Yeah.
for,
Pine to harvest.
for personnel and litigation, Hive to Harvest versus Barrett Township.
Second.
Can you keep
All in favor?
the video running while you guys do that?
I don't have any problem with keeping the video running.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a problem with it running? I don't think I need anything, do I? Feel unprepared. I studied and I still studied.
I don't want to be over here. Yeah. Mom, you got the beer?
Wait, show them the shoulder, girl, not the other way. Carol gave us one tip one day. She gave us one tip.
gotta hire. The Polish school ought to hire a janitor. Sorry about it, I wasn't yelling. All right, good. Holy shit, you stayed. I expected you to leave me. I was gonna text you, come pick me up. Why I still have a girlfriend. Do we have to sign?
Great.
I wasn't sure if you guys actually ever really came back or if you just adjourned from the other room.
Oh, I'm sorry. All I do, reconvene, make a motion to reconvene, make a motion to reconvene at
8:22.
8:22.
Second,
All in favor? Aye. Make a motion to adjourn at 8:22
Yeah.
second,
All in favor?
aye.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Did
you.
we-
Have a good night.